Hello, my name is John Lasky. This is my project for Module 9, Com 500, Digital Media Piracy. Okay, so to start off my presentation, what is piracy? The act someone's words or ideas as if they were your own. And this is a violation under the Fifth Amendment. Some more background of it. The internet, as well as technology, has helped make online piracy easier for people to do and get their hands on more. More and more people today as well are aware of where to go to get these illegal downloads, both for music and video. There are websites nowadays where people can just go, either Google it or they just hear from their friends, and they download the movie really quickly via PC, and then they burn it and either distribute it or just keep it for themselves. In the early 2000s, a company called Napster created something of a music fan's dream, really, where nearly every song ever recorded was instantly available on your computer for free. Even to some at the time, it sounded too good to be true, and in the end, it was. Napster came crashing down in the face of multiple copyright violations and lawsuits. After a string of diverse legal decisions, Napster Inc. became a death spiral on March 6, 2001, when it began complying with a federal court order to block the transfer of copyrighted material over its peer-to-peer network. The people enjoyed Napster while it lasted, though. At the peak of Napster, which was popular in the late 2000s and early 2001, some 60 million users around the world were freely exchanging digital MP3 files with the help of the program developed by a college student from Northeastern University named Sean Fanning in the summer of 1999. Napster was basically a segue for illegal movie downloading as well. There are websites on the internet where you can download a movie for free instead of going to Target, Walmart, Best Buy to purchase a movie. The movie is right there at your fingertips, where it could be burned to a CD and viewed through a DVD player, like I stated earlier. A famous website is known for having movies to be downloaded is Pirate Bay, which has been shut down recently in the past few years here. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, moving on now. There are different types of piracy, and I'm going to go through those real quick here. So we have the end-user piracy, which is when users copy software without appropriate licensing for each copy. This basically includes casual copying and distributor between individuals and companies who do not strictly monitor the number of software licenses they install or do not acquire enough licenses to cover their software installations. Okay. And then we have the pre-installed software, which is when a computer manufacturer takes one copy of software and illegally installs it to more than one computer. Consumers should be on the lookout for these proper licenses documentation when purchasing a new PC, in order to ensure that they are getting exactly what they paid for. Next we see the internet piracy, when unauthorized copies are downloaded over the internet. If downloads are made available on the internet, make sure that the publisher has authorized this distribution, because then If not, then it would be considered piracy, and this is probably the um, most easy way to get illegal movies and downloads here is through your internet piracy. Next we see counterfeiting. When illegal copies of software are made and distributed in packaging that reproduces the manufacturer's packaging. The counterfeit registration cards with unauthorized serial numbers are often included in these packages. So that's why when you buy a product or something like that, you have to make sure that everything adds up and that you make sure that you get what you're paying for. Next we see an online auction piracy, which I didn't hear of until doing this project. Software resold in violation of the original terms of sale, not for resale by a third party. Online distributors offering special deals with the software publisher liquidated inventories or acquisition through bankruptcy sales. These types of purchases are used to fool consumers into believing that they are getting a genuine product that wouldn't otherwise be discounted. So moving forward now, I'm going to go ahead and show you some facts and figures here. On the left here, online piracy in numbers. We see some of the facts here. 70% of online users find nothing wrong in piracy. 67% of digital piracy sites are hosted in North America and Western Europe. Then we go down to the bottom right corner, and then we see only 1 out of 10,000 PCs of the most popular content on the Open BitTorrent tracker is non-copyrighted. Now looking at the far right figure here, top 10 most pirated softwares on the web. We see Adobe Photoshop is number 1. Microsoft Office is number 2, and the Nero 9 is number 3. Then going down the list here, you see Windows Vista, Windows XP, and Windows 7, Magic Video Converter, AVG Pro, Sony Vegas Pro, other antiviruses, AVG Norton Net Protector, and then a Magic ISO Maker. And then to go along with this, RIAA marketing and sales charts showed that the real decrease in CD sales actually began in the earliest after Napster ceased operating. In fact, during the 2.5 years that Napster was operating, CD sales increased by over $500 million from what they were in 1998. Since 2001, CD sales have continued to decrease steadily, though. And then according to RIAA again, they estimated that music sales declined from 13.7 billion in 1998 to 8.5 billion in 2008. So we see after Napster got shut down, a lot of money was being taken away. Okay, going forward here, we're looking at ebooks now. An ebook is an electronic book that you can rent or buy through a tablet such as an iPad or Kindle. Ebooks have a series of legal ramifications inherent to format problems that did not exist or did not, but to a far lesser degree in other formats. Collusion, piracy, and who owns the right to publish what are a few of the legal ebook publishers and authors are currently facing. Issues in publishing contracts these days. Ebooks rights are negotiated and listed along with all the other rights. The contract clearly spells out whether or not the paper book publisher can publish the ebook version. But up until about 8 to 10 years ago, ebooks rights weren't even mentioned in contracts because they didn't really exist. Many publishers feel that since they've done all the work to make a book successful, it is without question that the ebook would have rights for those books, even if it wasn't even spelled out in the contract. But again, some of the authors and agents felt differently of this. As the ebook sales continue to grow, though, and become even larger over book sales, and more books are getting older and being converted into digital format, so the chances are good that the number of disputes like this one is going to increase just because books are going away. So then it's just going to be easier to put them on an ebook. So I guess the real question is it legal? And then I'm kind of leaving that up for you guys to decide with your comments. So just go ahead and state your reasoning and whatnot for that. And that pretty much brings me to the end of my presentation. Hopefully you all enjoyed it, and thank you very much.